Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to today's stream. Start up this game real quick. And yeah. Let's play some Forza. Hopefully everybody's having a good solid day. Good Friday at that. Good Friday, Thursday, Saturday, whatever day you celebrating, because I know there might be some people where it's like today might be Friday, but it might be a situation where you might work the next day, and so today might be a Thursday. I don't really know, but that should be mandatory though. I'm like, man, Saturday and Sunday is rest days. You shouldn't be working on no Saturday or Sunday. Unless it's like a job that requires like Saturday and Sunday work, but I mean, dang, bro. Working on the weekend, that is crazy. I like how I got 2 games today, but I went right back to playing the game that came out 2009. So like 15 years ago. Dang, this game is old. $15 years ago, and it's like this game still holds up today. I like how there's like all these different games that came out throughout the years. Meanwhile, I'm going back and playing a game that came out 15 years ago. That just shows where we're at with gaming right now. Like, they came out with a whole new Forza, and I'm playing an old one. It went far off track. It's like, bro, stay on this one side of the road. Dang, going back and forth. No, you. Oh, make no sense. Back and forth on the road like that. I'm telling you, that's only a Forza thing. Don't no other game do that. somebody hit something? Or did the car backfire? That's a game I need to look for. I need to look for that one. Not this last Gran Turismo, but the one that they came out before. Was it like Auto? I think it was Autosport. It was called something. It was either, I don't think they'd call it Motorsport. I think it was Autosport, but regardless, that last Gran Turismo, not 7, but the one beforehand. I've been looking for that. I wanted to play that. I mean, even though it's most likely going to be the same exact thing as 7, but just want to get it for the sake of getting the trophies. It's funny how, like, with the trophies and achievements in games, like, I remember when I started paying attention to that stuff, it was when I had got Red Dead Redemption, and I was getting ready to use some cheat codes for that game. And then they was like, oh, if you use cheats, you won't be able to get achievements. And then that's what prevented me from using cheat codes in games. And I'm all like, nah, if that's the case, I'm like, nah, let me just go ahead, never use cheat codes again. Because it was prior before that, yeah, I was using cheat codes for every game possible. I was like, if it was a video game and it had cheat codes, I was using it. But it's like now, I'm like, nah, I can't do that no more. But I mean, like, video games, I don't think they even support cheat codes like how they used to back in the day. Like, back then they used to, but now it's like, you just got where people just more so want to mod video games like that. And to me, I'm like, when I sit down and think about it, it's like, yeah, with cheat codes, you can't really build a skill level with that game. And I feel like that's like how it is today with mods, but you still see people modding the video game because they suck. And I'm like, it ain't no different than me using cheat codes back in the day. Like, I sucked at video games, and so now it's like I try to play some of these games, I'm like, oh, this was a challenge, okay. Like, I think it was Grand Theft Auto. Like, Grand Theft Auto, because it was, yeah, that was like during PlayStation 2, so they didn't even have no achievements. So if I was low on health, I'd just hurry up, hide behind the corner, type up a cheat code, get all the ammo, money, and all the stuff that I need. I think that's why I made it so far in that game. And I think when I last played that game, I got stuck on that mission where you had to save the girl from the apartment on fire. But then on top of that, I think you're having to like fight gang members and stuff. So I'm like, bro, it's too much on a person's mental. But one of these days, I just need to go back, play all those games that I did use cheat codes on. Because I think another game, and I saw that game too. I think it was at that retro game store. And it was like one of the old Hitman games. And I was like, I should get that so I can actually sit down and play it. Realize how long this race was. I'm like, dang, bro. So I guess they did have long races in these old Forzas. I always thought that was just with the new Forza, because I'm like, dang, these races, they just getting longer and longer. I'm like, dang, bro. Like 2-3 laps, I'm good. But if like 5+ laps, I'm like, that's too much. But it's cool though. Can't go wrong with the classics. cannot go wrong with the classics. Drink some water real quick. I've been meaning to get that one game, that Le Mans Ultimate, to see if they've done any like updates to it to make the game somewhat better, but I don't think they probably changed a whole lot with the game. But it's just when I played it, I was like, that's one of those games where I'm like, it's just, you know, it's kind of iffy if I'll get it or not, because I wish Steam had like a thing where it's like, you know, you can get like one free game a month, because if they did some stuff like that, fam, I definitely would be taking advantage of that. There'd be some games where I'm all like, I don't trust the idea of paying for it, but they should at least. I feel like with some games, especially if they're in early access, I feel like they should have like a thing where you can test it out, rather than like, oh, I gotta like buy it. Then it might be a situation where I don't even get to like actually sit down and play it and stuff. It might be on something where it's like, oh, the game, it takes forever to load. And I feel like some games, they do stuff like that on purpose because they know, like, oh, people are going to try to get their money back if they don't like the game under that 2-hour mark in 2 weeks. So they're all like, oh, let's have these, like, long loading screens. My thing is this. If a game do all that, I'm not going to support it. We in the day and age where loading screens should be, like, 2-3 seconds. Like, 10-15 seconds max, but it shouldn't be no situation where it feels like I'm like loading into a lobby and it's a loading screen. Like, I shouldn't be waiting at no loading screen for no 2-3 minutes. I feel like even games back then didn't have no loading screens that long. I'm like, what could you possibly be loading up? Where I'm like, there's other games I played where it got the same type of tracks, the same type of stuff, and the loading screens be like a few seconds. Games be doing that, I'm like, I don't trust it. It's like, call me messed up for getting my money back. But I'm like, bro, it's my money. I'm like, I worked hard for this money. So, like, I just wish that must be my car backfiring, because I'm like, I ain't even near the other cars so where I can hear them hit something, so. Yeah, that's definitely my car. Yeah, I feel, because I just remember I saw like a tweet where people were like getting on people that did that, where they'll get their money back for the game. And I'm like, okay, well, here's the thing. If something's wrong with the game, I'm not going to be all like, oh, well, let me just wait. Because there's games where I've done that. And I'm like, oh, let's just wait and see what happens. I said that years ago about games, and them games still ain't did nothing. So I'm like, I ain't going to have it where I ain't wasting my money on the game just so you guys can get, what, $14, $15 in your pocket? No. Or however much money you charging for the game. I feel like some developers, I'm like, nah, I don't know about you. Like, you guys, y'all doing some weird, shady stuff. I'm like, it don't make sense. Where it's like, in this day and age, you would think like, developers will learn from it. I mean, at the end of the day, I really don't know the process of developing a video game, but my thing is this: if there's companies out there that can develop a video game and that game have very minimum problems, like, you can play it and don't have no issues, then fam, I mean, come on now. How do you expect me to look at your game and be all like, oh, well, it has all these problems. Well, yeah, let me just take a chance on it. Nah. I ain't took one too many chances on video games nowadays. I'm tired of it. So that's why, for the most part, I've been going back trying to find like old games, really good indie games that like a lot of people are hyping up, and going with that. But there's some games where I'm like, I don't know about you. And now they hyping up. There's like the next Call of Duty. There's like, this is the first Call of Duty that's been in production for like 4 years or something like that. People hyping that up, and I'm like, look, bruh, this is Call of Duty that we're talking about. Yeah, they might be hyping it up, because at the end of the day, I don't know that. I don't know what them guys be doing behind closed doors. They could just say that, make the game look a little visually different, change up some stuff, but I'm like, it's probably going to still be the same old Call of Duty. I'm not trying to downplay it, but at the same time, I'm like, I can't trust Activision and what they got going on with their games. Like, you guys done released all these bad Call of Duties. The last one just seemed like, yeah, it was a DLC to the one before that. So who knows? Maybe they have been taking their time with Call of Duty. But then I did a podcast episode yesterday talking on how EA should come out with a Titanfall 3, and I'm like, bro, that game. The first one came out 10 years ago. Last month, it marked 10 years since that first Titanfall. And then 4 years later, what is it? No, I think, 2 years. No, 2 years later, 2016, I think that's when they came out with 2. And you mean to tell me it's been 8 years since then? I'm like, nah, bro. At some point in time, they're going to have to announce a Titanfall 3. Announce it, come out with it, surprise drop it, something. I don't care, but I'm like, bro, you guys EA gonna have to do something besides, oh, let's just come out with whatever they're doing with Apex, come out with another. Well, they did come out, I think that is their tennis game. I might test that game out, but I don't know. I'm gonna definitely buy it on Xbox, because I don't like the idea of PlayStation where it's like, there's a game where I didn't, Street Fighter, and I couldn't even get my money back, and there's like, oh, the reason ain't good enough. I'm like, so PlayStation, yeah, from this day forward, I'm buying games on disc with PlayStation, so at least I might not be able to get all my money back, but at least I'll be able to trade that game, and that game's no longer in my possession. There's some games where I'm like, I don't know, bro, but yeah, I might test out that tennis game, see what it's about. That's what I should do tonight. I should just play like a bunch of games that I haven't played before, because there's still some games that I got from that retro game store that I haven't played yet, so I should do that. I should be doing that right now, but I'm like, man, I'm caught up in this race. I'm like, nah, let me just get through this. Probably play some I don't know if I'll, because I'm trying to think, should I play Forza Motorsport 4 or the new one? I should play the new one, because I'm like, I should see if I got any games I need to update off of my Xbox Series X. But I mean, I could just do that later on tonight. Check what games I need to update, download, install, all that stuff, remove. It's like I'm trying to look at the exhaust to see when the car be backfiring, bro. I'm like, dang, bro. Guess like nothing don't come out. I like how I looked at the exhaust that whole time. Nothing happened. And then watch. Then as soon as I don't be looking at it, then that's when I get that close to leveling up. That's crazy. Did they say by Tubi? Oh, no, I know them exhaust. It looked like they said something about exhaust pipes from by Tubi. I'm like, yeah, them exhaust pipes. Car gonna blow up. I don't want no TV network giving me no exhaust pipes. I should just finish out this championship. I should do it. Nah, let me go ahead and play something else. Let's see what other games I got. I should play whatchamacallit, Def Jam Icon. Where's Project Gotham Racing? I'm like, I haven't seen that game in a minute. Dang, I got way too many games, bruh. Let me move these games over. Way too many games, bro. Oh, I should play. You know what? Nah, I'm gonna play Forza Motorsport 2. Play a little bit of that. Dang, this game is even older. Yeah, I remember when I like played a little bit of this game, and I didn't really like treat it, like take it seriously. I think I just played a little bit of it, and then after that I just left it alone. Okay, let's see what I got this. They give you a -5. That's crazy. I don't care. I do not care. Dang, even for this game to come out back in 2007, I'm like, this game, it looks nice too. It's crazy how like a lot of games from back then, like you would think you just see games now where it's like, oh, okay, you know, visually the game looks nice, but then you see some games back then and it's like, dang, did this game, it really came out in how did I get a penalty and they hit me? They hit me. That's crazy. But what was I saying? I'm like, man, made me forget, because I'm like, I don't even get that. They hit me, but I get a penalty. I'm like, what kind of racism is going on here? Even in this Forza, it's like they just be wanting to drive out in front of you, and it's like, fam, stay on one side of the road and just leave it at that. One side, leave it at that. I don't think they had this track in any of the newer Forzas. I don't think they had this track even in the next Forza Motorsport 3. I don't remember this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the new one. Huh, alright. Yeah, anybody talked about, oh, the new Forza Motorsport is so much better than Forza Motorsports 3 and all the classics. I'm like, yeah, bro, you could go ahead and keep that opinion to yourself. It's like you the only one saying some stuff like that. I'm like, there's no way possible people gonna be looking at even if it's just Forza Motorsport 3, like 4, I had to say, like, I don't know, like, I remember 4 being mad fun when I was younger. I don't know what happened now, but I had to say, if it's a toss-up between the new Forza Motorsport and 3, I'm 100%. I'll even choose 4 over the new one. I mean, the new one is good, don't get me wrong, but I just wish they had more content. Like, you had where Forza Motorsports 3 and 4, they had the career mode and the event list. So they gave you a gang of races to choose from. And it's like, in the new one, it's just, though, they got, like, the little cup race things. I'm like, even Forza Motorsport 7 had a lot of races. I just think that that's kind of weird, where it's like, you come out with a racing game, but it's like a racing game that you can play all within a day. Like, they made the races super long, but I'm like, bro, that's not enough. You got, like, some, like, seasonal type races where it's like, oh, you gotta, like, play the races in a certain amount of days, otherwise they'll expire, and you don't get the car that you want to get. I find that weird too. I'm like, no, this should never be. That could alone could be the event list, where it's like they have you do all these different races, and then you can get to unlock these cars if you don't want to buy them. So it's like, you know, at least have that option out there for the person that does want to play it. Or it's like, if, like, let's say they go and they get the car and then they go and do the race, and they're like, oh, would you like to sell this car for credits and get upgrades, or, you know, get something else. But I just find it kind of weird where it's like I feel like in the new Forza Motorsport, they ain't really have a whole lot of content. Like, compared to these Forzas, I never really played 2, but like, you know, I already know 3 and 4 got a lot of content. I had to say, probably out of all the Forzas, those are the 2 that got the most content. 5, 6, and 7, I feel like, yeah, they had quite a, you know, a little bit of content too, but at new Forza Motorsport, it was good and all, but it just didn't have a whole lot of content. So you know a game ain't got a whole lot of content, because I don't mind playing multiplayer, but you know a game ain't got a whole lot of content where I gotta go and play multiplayer. I don't really be playing it like that. Like, I don't mind it, but at the same time, I don't really be playing it like that. And the fact that I had to go, there was a day where I didn't sit there and messed up on where I was going. Dang, they don't even have like a rewind thing. Bro, what is going on? I gotta restart that. Because I was trying to roll up my sleeve and didn't realize that there wasn't. Why did they not have that area more blocked off? It's like they hit me. I mean, I don't get that. Why does this game look like it takes place like during the fall? Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like this game, it should like take place like in September or October or something. It don't look like. So like some of the other Forzas, like I know when they have it where you're racing on like that mountain like map, they it look like it's like January, and then they might have it where it be like some other tracks where it's like, okay, it takes place during these different times and stuff. But this game, it just looked like the whole game just takes place during the fall months. One thing for sure, I'm like, that retro game store, as soon as I see like a midnight club, I don't care if it's 2, 3, dub edition remix, I'm like, I'm getting a midnight club game at some point in time. I got to get me a midnight club game. Dub edition would probably be the best. Like, that was the midnight club where I was like, nah, there's no way possible that there's any other midnight club. Just like any racing game, like the Need for Speed games, don't get me wrong, they were good. But Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition, like, that was in the league of its own. That was a racing game where I'm like, nah, man, you cannot go wrong with Midnight Club. Cannot go wrong with that game. That was a game where I'm like, I just wish that they would bring games like that back. Like, do I get them for free, or do they just? I mean, what's the move with that? I don't think I'm gonna play Supermarket soon. Free car? I just got a trophy. Didn't worry that. Oh no, okay, I do get a free car. Okay. Wasn't really getting a whole lot of like money back in this game. That looks nice. Yeah, like 1992. I think I would. I don't know if I would buy that car, but that would be a car that I would consider getting. It'd be a car where I'm like, if I see it on the dealership and that's the only one that they got, and if like the car salesman, like if they tell me like some good stuff about the car, yeah, I could see myself driving it. But let's serve some customers at the supermarket. Open up Steam. Like, dang, BeamNG, they've sure been having a lot of different updates. Oh, they finally released that game, Pools. That game looked crazy. When they were showing the trailer of it, that game looks insane. I might have to get that game. Walking Simulator. Oh, they even got like a demo. I should play the demo. I should see about that. Cause it does. The game does look pretty good. So yeah, I'll have to see about that. They don't have them 1-2 games that I got yesterday in my inventory. I'm like, good, cause I'm still tripping off of that bartender game where I ain't have no save option. I'm like, what kind of mess is that? I'm like, how you guys gonna come out with a video game? And they ain't even like it's an old video game at that. That game was new. The game is relatively new. And ain't like it's a game. Like there's so many of these older games that came out beforehand where they had, even if they don't even have autosave, they at least have like an option to just save, you know? And that just, to me, that trips me out where it's like a game that ain't got no autosave feature. Or even a save feature at that. I'm like, that is some crazy stuff. Serve these customers. I think I'm going to just try to put out all this stuff rather than just putting out some of it. Just put out all of it. Go back and forth with doing that. One little spray bottle. I said, they really be tripping off of that stuff, man. Like, man, I'm telling you. Yeah, let's just go ahead. That's crazy. I would just, they should have like an option where it's like you can drink and eat stuff that's just, you know, that's collecting space. Just making sure. I don't think I'm gonna put out none of this. I'm just gonna save it. Nah, shit. No, let me go ahead. Okay, do that. It wasn't really getting a whole lot of tea. What's up, Gino? Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna put out. Yeah, that's all the yogurt. I'm trying to sell. Nothing much. I don't need to. Well, actually, no. Let me try to blend this stuff in. How much? No, I think nah. The box is kind of full. Bro, there is nothing there to where it's gonna stop a whole like person from walking. First, we switch games. Yeah, yeah. I was like, I played a little bit of Forza Motorsport 2 and 3. I was like, nah, I think I'm kind of. Nah, I wouldn't say I'm burnt out from racing, but yeah, I just wanted to play something else. It's like, don't get me wrong, uh, I can play me some racing games. But yeah, I was like, nah, let me just go ahead and serve some customers real quick. Bro, I swear, man, nah, I'm like gonna call out construction company. I'm like, bro, just take that whole part out. Now let's put this water here. And that tuna looks so weird, bro. I ain't never seen tuna that looked like that. That's some look like ice cream almost. I should buy some stuff, but nah. Let me just go ahead, leave it at how it is. Is that everything? That was everything. I'm mad. Got some nice keyboard sounds. Yeah, this keyboard, cause I'm trying to think. I think it's supposed to be one of those like mechanical type keyboards. I can't remember what kind it was, but I remember they were like hyping it up for being a decent keyboard. So I was like, nah, let me go ahead, cop it real quick. I was thinking about switching keyboards, but I was like, nah, like I like the one that I got now. It has like one of those like rest things. So I was like, it's funny. Because I remember when I got it, and I'm like, nah, I don't know why they give me a rest thing. It's like my wrists don't be bothering me that much. And then I noticed, like, I remember I switched it off one day just to see. I'm never getting another keyboard again unless it has one of those wrist rests. It's like anybody out there looking for a keyboard, make sure you get one that got the wrist rest on it. These things should be $1 because I'm like, man, I'm about tired of seeing them. Then market value. Yeah, but I'm also trying to make money. It's like I know I could just make it $1, but at the same time, I'm like I'm still trying to make money in this game. It's funny how it's not even real money, but I'm like, nah, I can't just be giving away stuff. He just went straight for the honey. That was customers at my old job. They don't get nothing else. They just go get like a cup filled with honey and they just leave it at that. He didn't even care about like any other customer. That's me though. If I see some stuff that I'm trying to get and I only see there's enough like the last few left, I'll end up getting it. Might need that my knuckle crack. Timer at reset. Yeah. Yeah, occasionally you'll hear it's either that or you'll hear my jaw pop. It's like I had a joint disorder some years back, and it just for some reason it just really it messed up my jaw to the point where it's like my jaw it'll just make like a loud pop noise. Dang. Man, they got a lot of stuff. There you go. Made sure she got that toilet paper. She's like, I don't care if I don't get anything else, but I gotta get my toilet paper. Like, ma'am, the pandemic, it's like it's not as serious as it was. Like, you could get you one thing of toilet paper. You don't need to get everything that's on the shelf. You gotta walk behind me. That's a lot of Coca-Cola. Yeah, he definitely looked like that kid from Home Alone, the first two Home Alone movies. Macaulay Culkin's little brother. I'm like, sir, you don't need all that soda. He's like, I know you're gonna wake up in the middle of the night talking about, I gotta. You ain't gonna be like, you ain't gonna like walk like most people. You're gonna be running to the bathroom. If you drink all those Coca-Colas in one night, yeah, bro. It's like your bladder's gonna be like, you got 10 seconds, bruh. Why is she walking so slow? like, man, if you trying to cut you a check in here, making it seem like you're gonna hurt yourself, that wrong store. Go to the store down the street. Think I'm gonna call it after this stream. Getting a little on the hungry side. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Recently drank 1.5, 50 ounce of cheap iced tea in 5 minutes. Yeah, like if it just depends. Like if I'm really thirsty, like there's been times like I've woke up in the middle of the night and I've been really thirsty to where I'm like, nah, water ain't gonna do it. I need water, Gatorade. I need every like thing that is drinkable in this house ASAP. It's one of those things where I'm like, man, it's just, I don't know. At late night thirst, it'll hit me. Even at times I'll be streaming, I'm like, nah. Like that's why I had to make sure of it. I get me a fresh water bottle of water, cause that thirst, it ain't no joke. That's just one thing I can't do though. It's like people, they be getting like them big old giant jugs of water, and I'm like, now that's just too much. I'll never be that thirsty, but I'll be thirsty, and I'm like, I get how much is, yeah, like 1 liter of Fiji water. I'm good with that. I could see this game having VR support at some point in time. If they're not already working on it, I could see it in the future. Is that it? Cool. Oh, they even have a thing where you can, it's like short change. Wow, I did not know that. But let's find somebody to raid. I didn't even open up. I was like, bro, where is Twitch and all this stuff at? I didn't even have Twitch and things open. Alright, let's find a streamer to raid. Twitch be on some weird stuff, and they be showing some of the people that be streaming. And it's like, it be streamers, like, it ain't no disrespect, but I'm like, there be people out there that like be putting they all into streaming, but it's like, nah, let's show this streamer where, you know, clothes ain't really an option. But let's raid out. I'm gonna raid out to my friend Miss Fufu. She's currently doing a subathon. I straight butchered her name on spelling it. But they knew what I was talking about. Alright. So yeah, make sure y'all go follow Miss Fufu. She's currently doing a subathon. Show love, show support. Oh, that stretch felt good. Be greatly appreciated. And yeah, until later on tonight, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys. Stay tuned for the next stream, and peace.